Hi everyone, welcome to Web Hosting Introduction, How to Publish Your Website Online. I'm Adrian Gonzalez. In this first section, we'll cover the basic definitions of domain names and web hosting. I'll explain domain names and web hosting in layman terms. I'll also identify for you the major types of web hosting plans. After this section, you should be able to explain what a domain name is and what web hosting is to just about anyone. So, let's get started. What is a domain name? Well, according to Wikipedia's definition of a domain name is a unique name that identifies an internet resource, such as a website. In other words, it's your web address. Now, I think if you understand the real estate world, it's very easy to understand domain names and web hosting. Both the virtual world and the real estate world are very similar. So here I have a slide that compares the internet world to the real world. A domain name or web address is like your street or mailing address. A person looking to find your home or store obviously needs to know your street address. The post office needs a legitimate address to send your mail. Domain names operate the same way. A person that needs to find you in the internet world will need your domain name. So here I have an internet example. It would be facebook.com. A real world equivalent of that would be something like 50 Main Street, San Francisco, California. Now let's take a look at TLDs, or top level domains. A TLD is simply part of the domain name that always follows the last dot. So what is the TLD of facebook.com? It's the .com. What's the TLD of speedtest.net? It's the .net. And you've guessed it, with wikipedia.org, it's the .org. It used to be that there were only a few TLDs that a person can choose from. The main ones were the .com, .net, and .org domains. But now, there are literally hundreds of TLDs to choose from. The registry has recently been opened up so that now you can register names like the .website, .academy, .marketing, .media, and many others. I think this is probably the best time since the late 1990s to register the domain name that you really want. You're no longer forced into looking for a .com name that's impossible to find. With all these new TLDs that have opened up, it's a lot easier finding the right domain name for your website or business. Of course, the .coms are still the most popular, but I think this will gradually change in time, and within the next few years, you'll find many companies using these new TLDs. So, that's the basic introduction of domain names. In the next lecture, I'll be covering web hosting. See you there.